let's do this. Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a Q&A because I feel like I haven't done a Q&A, like a sit down talk with you guys for a very long time. And to be honest, I miss it because I love just talking with you guys, answering your questions, seeing what you have to ask for me, and just really doing a very casual video. To be honest with you guys, at the moment, I haven't been very inspired to film videos. I'm not really sure why, but part of it is that I'm a little bored with fragrances at the moment. Like, I'm a little uninspired with the fragrances that I've been trying. I've been sampling a lot of new fragrances, etc. And nothing is like really inspiring me to film. To be honest with you guys, like YouTube is my like full-time job now. So I can't really afford to take a break for too long because I have no other revenue stream except for YouTube at the moment. So yeah, I can't really like sit on my ass and be like sad for a little bit. I have to just keep going. But yeah, if I'm being honest, I haven't been feeling super inspired to film, and that's why. So I thought a good way to get back into it would be to do a little Q&A. And in this Q&A, it's not going to be like any other one that I've done before. I'm going to be sharing with you guys a lot of secrets, a lot of tips on getting into the industry, because I know there's a lot of people that want to start reviewing fragrances. They don't know how to start. So I'm going to go ahead and answer a lot of things in this video. Even I'm going to talk a little bit about my perfume that is soon launching, and also the project that I'm working on with my boyfriend that's consuming so much of our time right now. So yeah, let's just get into the video. It's going to be a long one. I'm just going to make the disclaimer now. It's going to be a very long Q&A. So if you don't like me or you don't like to hear my voice, then you better leave right now because it's going to be a long video. So I have some questions. I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me some questions, and I'm just going to go through and answer a few, as well as like giving you guys some advice along the way. As usual, I didn't go through any of these questions. I'm just reading them as I go. So, what brand are you collaborating with for your fragrance? So, I'm not going to say exactly which brand yet because I want to keep it like a surprise, but I'm going to give you guys like a hint. I'm going to list like maybe 5 brands that I could potentially be working on a fragrance with, and you guys have to just wait to see which one it is. So, it could be Initio Parfums, because I love this brand. You guys already know it. And if you know my little hints about my collaboration, you know that the brand that I'm working with right now is one of my favorite brands. So you know Initio is one of my favorites. It could be Amouage. It could also be Fragrance du Bois. It could also be Parfum de Marly, or it could also be MFK. So I'm telling you guys, it's one of those 5, and you just have to wait and see. Because I really want it to be a surprise, guys. Like, I've been working on this fragrance for such a long time now that it's like my little baby. I want it to be a surprise for you guys, and I want it to be a massive build up to who I'm working with, the way that my fragrance smells when it launches. Yeah. What is your dream job other than becoming a perfume YouTuber? So I don't really have like a dream job, but things that I was really interested in as well as YouTube, I've already talked about it, was like interior design and architecture. Obviously, I'm not going to pursue that right now, but I'm going to tell you guys something that I've been really considering, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts because it's something that I really want to do, but I just don't know when to do it because it's going to consume a few years of my life. Guys, I kind of want to go to perfume school, like perfumery school in Grasse, and become a perfumer. So I know that's a pretty crazy thing to say. Obviously, that means that I won't be doing like YouTube anymore, or maybe I will be doing YouTube, I'm not sure. But it's something that I'm really considering at the moment, and I have actually spoke with people from the industry about it. That I'm not tooting my own horn right now, guys. Like, I'm not tooting my own horn, but a lot of the time that I've met with different labs, people from the industry, a lot of people have told me like, wow, you have a great nose for somebody that's outside of the industry. Like, I never was trained in perfume. I was never brought up in this industry. I just had a passion for it, and literally every time I meet with somebody from the industry, they are like shocked with my knowledge of fragrance, you know, and notes and distinguishing different notes in fragrances. Like, people are always shocked, and they always ask me like, how long have you been in the industry? And I was like, I honestly haven't been in it. I just had a passion for fragrance, and it led me to where I am now. So again, I'm not tooting my own horn. Maybe they're sucking up to me, but to be honest with you guys, I've heard it from so many different people that I think I have kind of trained myself in a way just by smelling a lot of perfumes. I have the essential oils that I smell. So I feel like my passion has just really grown for like perfume, like the actual composition of a perfume, not the bottle, this and that and the other. Perfume, like the way that it smells, the notes, the quality. I really smell this when I smell fragrances, and it's something that I have only grown since doing my YouTube channel. I've only grown with this passion. So I really think I'm considering going to perfumery school in Grasse and maybe graduating and becoming a perfumer. So yeah, I don't know when to do this because my project that I'm working on with my boyfriend right now, it's massive, guys. It is massive. Like, it is huge. It's something that's never been done before. It's something revolutionary to the industry, and it's going to consume so much of my life. Like, it already is right now, and it hasn't even launched. So I can't even imagine, like, both of us we talk about it all the time, that we're not even gonna have a minute of our lives to be just relaxing and chilling once it's launched. It's a 24-hour full-time job. So I'm a little nervous about this, to be honest. Even though it's my passion, it's my idea, I had it a long time ago, but I'm a little worried that it's going to consume my life. Like, I probably won't upload to YouTube as much. It's going to be my life. So I'm never going to leave YouTube, as in it's my passion as well, doing YouTube videos, talking with you guys, connecting with people just in front of a camera. Like, it's a crazy thing that brought me to the place that I'm at now, and it was honestly a lifesaver for me because I went through really dark times, and YouTube was the thing that brought me out of it. So I always want to do YouTube. I just don't know how much time I'm gonna have to upload in the future. So anyways, I don't even know where that question was. Oh yeah, I kind of am thinking of going to perfumery school. Obviously, if I want to do it, I'm going to do it. Nobody's going to tell me like, oh, you shouldn't do it, you're not good enough, whatever. I still have this passion inside of me that I want to do it. So I think I'm going to wait until my project with my boyfriend, it's not ever going to be done, you know, it's never going to be done. It's something that's going to be every day, 24 hours for a few years. So yeah, if that's a little hint. So yeah, I'm actually curious, what do you guys think that my project with my boyfriend is right now? Like, it's a business, you know, it's a business. It's not a passion project, it's a business, you know. It's our idea, we've funded it, we've registered in Dubai under a free zone, under a government-sponsored program. So it's a business now, but what do you guys think it is? Okay, what's your plan when you get back to Perth? Guys, the traveling situation for me is crazy, and honestly I hope that you guys are all staying safe and being responsible, and I hope that everyone is okay in 2020, because what a fucking mess. Like, it's a mess this year. Honestly, this year is just horrible. Like, it's horrible, and I'm 100% certain what's going on has affected every single one of you watching this video, because it's also affected me, not in a way that is devastating or anything like that, which I'm super grateful that none of my family, me, anyone that I love has suffered physically from the situation. I know you can't really say coronavirus on the internet, so I'm trying to be a little PC, but I really it's been hard. So I was actually supposed to leave to Perth yesterday, but I ended up not taking my flight because if you know, in Australia, it's very strict. The regulations are crazy in Australia, which honestly, it's annoying at this point because I really want to go home and see my mum and my dog and my family, but I cannot, because if you're an Australian citizen, you cannot travel outside of the country internationally unless you have like an extraordinary situation where you need to travel for business that benefits the country or something like that. You cannot travel unless it's a medical emergency or one of your family members passed away in France or something like that. You cannot travel. So I'm really worried to go back home and be stuck in Australia, because I need to be here and I need to be in Europe for my business and my collaboration that I'm doing with the brand. I have to be able to access them. I need to be able to travel. I need to be able to do a lot of things where I cannot do this when I'm in Australia because of the traveling situation. So I'm really worried to go back home and get stuck there for the rest of the year, because I did hear that this no traveling situation is going to be at least till the end of 2020. So as much as I really want to go home and I miss my family so much, I'm thinking of the business side of my life and I'm putting it ahead at the moment. Even though it sucks, that's what I'm doing. So I really miss my home. I miss Perth so much. My dream is to go back for like 6 weeks and then travel again, but it's not possible at this stage. So I don't know, guys. I don't know what to do. Could you describe the notes and feelings of the fragrance you're working on? I can actually do this a little bit. I don't want to make this video like a promotion for my perfume launching, because that's not what I'm trying to do at all. And honestly, guys, I don't care if none of you buy my fragrance, because at the end of the day, this is my passion and it's what I love, and I got to design a fragrance that I love. And at the end of the day, it's not about how many of these bottles sell. By the way, this is not the bottle. It's just a prototype that I literally ran out of. I have this much left and I'm just saving it at the moment. So yeah, it's not something that I care about how many bottles sell, whatever. It's just something that I'm so passionate about, and I cannot wait for it to launch, and I cannot wait for you guys to smell it. So for me, I can't describe the notes because it's going to give away the scent, but it's a very sweet, addictive, loud, long-lasting scent that is super... I wanted to do a fragrance that described me. Like, I really wanted to make a fragrance that described me. I actually have two favorite fragrances, Rouge Malachite and Gris Charnel by BDK, which is a more recent favorite, but I cannot, like, they're my two favorites right now, and I alternate between Rouge Malachite and Gris Charnel every day. And I actually had the opportunity to create a fragrance that smelled very similar to like Gris Charnel, even the Rouge Malachite. Actually, to be honest with you guys, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I recently had a Zoom meeting with the perfumer of Rouge Malachite, and yeah, it was pretty crazy. He reached out to me, the lab that he's with reached out to me. They wanted to call because they saw how much I was talking about the scent, how much I love it, and I had a call with him actually. And honestly, it was crazy to meet the man and hear the story behind Rouge Malachite. And yeah, so who knows, maybe something in the future could happen, but we'll see. Anyways, my fragrance, I wanted it to be unisex, whereas Rouge Malachite to me is very feminine. It's a floral, it's a white floral amber, it's sexy, it's sensual, it's more feminine, whereas I wanted to create something that's unisex, that men and women can both wear, and that represents me. So I wanted to do something sweet and gourmand and sexy and addictive and provocative and loud, which is what I have in this bottle. Keep in mind, this is the first prototype of the fragrance. I'm still waiting for the lab to deliver me samples of the kind of next step of the fragrance. So this is just the first thing, and I love it so much. I wear it all the time. Not right now because there's none left. But like I said, guys, it's a gourmand, and you should have expected me to make a gourmand because it's what I've talked about for so long on my channel. So yes, that's my little hint about it. Very long lasting, very sexy, very loud, very sweet, and I just love it. So yeah, that's all I can really say right now. How did you become so involved in the fragrance industry? Okay, let's talk about how, if you guys wanted to start a fragrance channel, fragrance journey, how to do it. I never knew that my little YouTube video I made a few years ago on Perfume would ever bring me to here where I am now. I never ever dreamed that this would happen, where massive brands are reaching out to me to work together, where I'm connecting with some of the biggest people in the industry, some of my favorite perfumers in the industry. I never ever thought that this would happen. So don't go into making a fragrance channel and fragrance journey expecting it, because personally I didn't expect it at all. I just had a passion for perfume. I rode with it. Like I just kept on going, and I was like, I just love perfume so much. I'm gonna spend all of my not my savings, but my paychecks on perfume because it's my passion, you know? So I really had this passion for it, and I just kept on going and going and going, and slowly and slowly and slowly. Honestly, I'm going to tell you guys something right now, and probably I shouldn't be telling you guys this. Actually, some people that I spoke with, I told them that I was going to be giving like tips on how to start, and they told me, you shouldn't, you know? You were one of the biggest people in the fragrance industry. You shouldn't give your secrets away. And I said, I don't care, because at the end of the day, if you have a passion for fragrance and if you want to share it with others around the world, you should. So honestly, guys, like what I'm telling you right now is something that I really believe in. I'm not a jealous person. There's room for everyone. I don't care if 50 billion people start a fragrance channel. It's not my, I'm my own person. I'm Demi, and I'm different to everyone. You're different to everyone. It doesn't matter. So guys, like if you wanted to start a fragrance channel, I would start it like right now, because the fragrance industry online is peaking. It's at like a very big peak, and it's only going to keep on growing and expanding. So I can only imagine by the end of 2020, even the end of next year, how many fragrance channels and fragrance Instagram blogs and fragrance blogs on the internet that there are going to be, because there are so many already. Whereas when I personally started reviewing perfumes, there wasn't that many. There was your key players like Jeremy, Steven, Carlos. There was your key players, but there was not as many as there are today. Today there is a new fragrance channel almost every day, and I really see the fragrance online community growing as much as like the makeup community. Like there are people, I'm not trying to be a bitch right now, but there are people that know nothing about perfume and they're starting a channel. So honestly, like if you have a love for fragrance, just start, you know, whether you want to start on Instagram, and because Instagram is getting very big as well for fragrance. Personally, it's not like where I like to do my fragrance content, because I prefer Instagram as like, if you guys don't know, I'm kind of changing on my Instagram to be more like fashion inspired, which I love because I have a very big passion for like luxury fashion, that sort of thing. So I'm changing on my Instagram at the moment to be more like that. So I'm not as fragrance orientated, but I'm still posting photos of fragrance, obviously. But yeah, so Instagram is also becoming very big. I see a lot of people reviewing perfumes on Instagram, making IGTVs, getting sponsorships through Instagram. So Instagram is also massive. But if you really want to build like a massive community and have a bigger following, more engagement, I would go to YouTube and just start. Honestly, just start. If you have your passion for fragrance, just do it, because I see the community, it grows every single day. I see it coming into like the makeup industry of how big it's going to be. I mean, look at the YouTubers that now have brands. This was more so in the makeup industry first. Like you have Jaclyn Hill, Desi Perkins, Nikki Tutorials, Jeffree Star. They all started on YouTube and they all have like brands now. I don't know if like Desi and stuff, but they all have brands. And or they did collaborations, like Jaclyn, who I think she did 50 collaborations. It all started with the makeup, and I now see the fragrance transitioning into the same kind of atmosphere, which some people might be disappointed in, but it is what it is. Online is the biggest way to sell. It's the biggest way to market. It is what it is. That's the year and the generation that we live in. It's online. So I honestly believe if you wanted to start, you should start now before the industry, like the fragrance online community, gets flooded, because it's already becoming flooded, and I would start right now at this point. So that's just my advice, and I hope that you guys appreciate me telling you, because at the end of the day, I'm a competitor to you if you start. Not really, because I don't look at other reviewers as competitors at all, like at all. So I do notice like when people like copy a lot of content, which I do see a lot of other female reviewers like copying my content a lot, and I never say anything because I don't really give a, but it can be annoying. Like, be original, do your own thing, stay in your own lane, whatever, but everybody copies everyone, so whatever. Is there a perfumer you'd like to meet that you already haven't? Absolutely. Terry Wasser. I'm dying to meet him. I also want to meet Alberto Marias, but not as much. Like I really like him and I love a lot of his fragrances, but the man and the perfumer that I really want to meet is Terry Wasser. I think he's a genius. He looks so charismatic, so passionate, so just amazing. Also maybe Frederic Malle as well. Those two I would really, really love to meet. What's your opinion about Jeremy fragrance? I don't know if I should even answer this one. I met Jeremy, he's very nice. I met him in New York for the first time. He was nice. I barely spoke with him, if I'm being honest with you guys. Like, we didn't meet up or anything like that. Nothing. Like, we just met at the Scent Explore event for like 10 minutes. We spoke. In total, we probably spoke for 10 minutes, not even. And I felt like he was very nice. He's kind of like he is on his videos. He's pretty much the same. I know a lot of people give him like slack for his perfumes, and I agree. Like, his fragrance brand and the ones that I've tried, the Office for Men, Date for Men, to me they really didn't live up to the hype that he created around them. So I really don't think they are worth the money, but that's just my opinion. I never tried his women's, but I see a little bit of a better response. So would you ever start a fragrance brand? I don't know how to explain it, but I prefer to collaborate with a brand on my own passion project, you know? So right now, that's what I'm more interested in, as well as my business with my boyfriend, Pierre. This is going to consume, I just told you guys, like my whole life. So I don't want to come out with a brand. I know it's a lot of money. I know it's very hard to make your brand like prestigious, especially being a YouTuber, you know? Like, I'm a YouTuber. Like, I hate this title, but that's what I do. I review perfumes on YouTube. I'm not Chanel, Dior, Guerlain. I am not anything like this. So I just feel like to come out with a brand, there's new fragrance brands like every single day. I told you guys, the industry is saturated and flooded. It's going to be like makeup. So I don't feel like I would come out with a brand, because I think it would just like go like, unless it's incredible, it's not going to be like you know, it's never going to be Chanel or Dior. Same with Jeremy, same with Steven. Like, the brands that come out by YouTubers, they're never going to be at this level, which if I had a brand, I would want to be like Chanel or Dior, but I'm not. So I just have to deal with that. How do you define a successful life? How do you balance work and personal life? To be honest with you guys, I don't really balance them at all. I'm lucky that I have my boyfriend, and I'm lucky that I got to spend a lot of time with him. Like, we've spent together like 5 months together, consistently every single day of our lives, 24/7 we've spent, which is a little unhealthy, to be honest. But at the same time, like, I'm very lucky and I love him so much. And yeah, I'm very lucky to spend so much time with him. Personal life, if I'm being honest, I don't have any friends in Dubai, which is very sad. I have no friends here in Dubai. I have like 2 of Pierre's friends that are my friends, but that's it. I don't have any friends here, so it's very difficult. I more have like meetings and stuff with people from the industry that I consider like kind of friends, as well as like colleagues, you know? So everyone that I've met in the industry here in Dubai, I've usually connected with very, very well. But it's sad because I don't really have any like friends here, which can be a little lonely. And especially I have no family, no friends, etc. So it can be lonely. And work, I obviously get to choose when I work, which is a blessing and a curse, but mostly a blessing for sure. Like, I'm so grateful for my job and what I get to do. Like, don't ever twist my words. Like, I'm super grateful. But you determine how much you work. So you have to motivate yourself. You have to decide to get off the couch and stop being a lazy piece of, and actually move your ass and work. Which for me, it can be a little, I can be a little unmotivated at times, especially me, I'm very moody. So for me, like, I have to be in a really good mood to work, etc. I'm a moody person for sure. Like, I can be very high, very low, very high, very low. So I really have to like push myself to film, I told you guys at the beginning I was very uninspired, but I feel much better like coming and sitting down and talking with you guys. When will you give us a sneak peek about your perfume? I already gave like a little sneak peek, so I hope that that's okay, guys. Any new tips for a newcomer in the perfume industry? Like I told you guys, start right now. It doesn't matter if you don't have that much knowledge, but how I gained knowledge and how I would tell you guys to gain knowledge is go and smell everything. Go and smell every single fragrance. If you can, buy the essential oils and smell them. Read everything. Read on like Fragrantica. What's the other one? Anyway, Fragrantica is probably the best to read. read about notes, read about, because on Fragrantica they have like a little section where you can click on the note, see how it smells and stuff. You should go and do this, read a lot, smell a lot, and research a lot, watch a lot of YouTube videos. That's what I did to start. Now that I'm much more into the industry, I spend a lot more time like smelling oils, smelling fragrances, testing. Like I really love to do this. And like I said, I'm thinking of actually going to perfume school, so we'll see. Your dream place to live. Obviously, I say it in every video, New York City, that's my dream to live in New York. I probably will move there one day for like 10 years. Not right now, obviously, New York is way too expensive. Actually, I was supposed to be traveling to the US like now with Pierre. We were supposed to travel there for business, but you can't leave, you can't enter. So I don't know what to do about this. We're just gonna have to have meetings over Zoom, etc., which sucks, but it's what you have to do. Actually, I don't even think I can travel to Europe right now. Coming from the UAE, I don't even think I can travel to Europe yet, so we'll see. A lot of people asking about my fragrance, which is nice. Since how long have you been in Dubai and how long will you be staying? So actually, I've been in Dubai now for like 5 months. It was never supposed to be this long. I told you guys already about the traveling situation, but my boyfriend and I are actually taking an apartment together and probably moving in like November. So that's very exciting. I'm not going to ever permanently move to Dubai like 365 days of the year. I'm always going to go back home. I always want to have a foot in my own home, which is Australia. I always want to. The only reason that I've been here so long is because of the traveling situation. Otherwise, I would have been home. I would have been back, I would have been home again, I would have been to Europe. It's just because of the situation that we're in now. But we are going to take an apartment together in downtown Dubai, which is amazing. We've seen it, we viewed it, it's amazing, we love it. And yeah, but like I said, guys, I would never permanently move here. I'm gonna stay like 6 and 6, I think, or a little bit more here in Dubai, and then go back home to spend time with my mum, my family, because I still have a house that I'm renting in Perth. I still have my dog, my family, my collection, everything, my friends, so I do want to be able to go back home. But like I said, it's exciting that we have a little apartment for ourselves, because while we're here in Dubai, we stay with Pierre's family, so obviously I'm 22, he's 25, so we don't want to stay with his family forever. Where do you see yourself in 6 months? Okay, I think I'm going to leave this to be the last question, unless there's some other like crazy question. Okay, where do I see myself in 6 months? I hope the virus is not as crazy as it is now. I hope everything is starting to get back to normal in 6 months. That's the main thing. I just hope that this is going to go away soon. Everything is going to start to return to normal. Actually, guys, when you go out of the house, you should wear a mask 100%. Actually, the other day I got an Uber, and I'm almost certain my Uber driver was sick, because he or maybe he just had a normal cold, I don't know, but he was coughing, he was sneezing, his nose was running, he was sniffing, his eyes looked like he was straining, like everything, and it was freaking me out. So I literally jumped in the shower when I got home. I'm not trying to be offensive, but I was so scared this day because I was positive that and thank God I was wearing a mask. I had gloves on as well. But yeah, it was very scary. So anyways, guys, whenever you leave the house, you should 100% wear a mask. No matter where you are in the world, you should still wear the mask and try and social distance. But in 6 months, I really hope that my business with my boyfriend, I keep saying my boyfriend's name is Pierre Louis. So I really hope that our business together is very successful and has had a successful launch. It should be launching, we hope, like December, but it also could be like January, February. It just depends. We're not in a rush to launch it at all. So it just really depends. And I hope that it was a successful launch. I hope that my perfume with one of my favorite brands that I'm working on is also very successful. And something about the fragrance is that it's going to be limited. Like it's a limited edition product. I just want to let you guys know. And we're only going to order a certain amount of quantity. I'll talk more about it when I talk about the launch of it. But it is going to only be like a very limited launch. So if you guys love me and if you want to smell my fragrance, it's going to be very limited, just so you know. But I hope that my fragrance launch was successful. I hope that our business is off to a successful start. And I hope that I'm still happy and very much in love with my boyfriend. Looking back at your first YouTube video on fragrance, what have you learned since then? I've learned a lot, and I don't even know, guys, like since my first first video on fragrance. Like, honestly, all I can tell you is that I had no idea that where I am today would be even possible. I didn't believe it at all. All I knew is that I had a passion and I wanted to do it. Like, I really wanted it. And if you want something bad enough, you can get it. I really believe in this mentality. If you want something bad enough, you can get it, because you guys don't know my previous situation in my life, like, at all. But let me just say, it wasn't easy in so many aspects. Like, people honestly tell me in my life that are close to me, there's gonna be a book about your life one day. And I actually believe this, and it's not because I'm being like cocky or anything. I don't think I'm somebody who should have a book written on me, but my life is crazy. Like, it has been here, 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 here. I've gone through literally so many things that most people would never experience in their life, ever. Mentally, physically, financially, everything. I've gone through it. I've gone through it. I've even been at a point in my life, not so long ago, not so, kind of. Anyways, like, I'm not gonna say when, but there was even a point in my life where I couldn't afford food or petrol. Like, I lost so much weight because I couldn't afford food. Same with my mom. So I'm not gonna go into it now, but there's been so many times in my life where I've wanted to give up, but I had that thing inside of me that was like, you have a dream, you need to push for it. It's very possible. I've seen it happen. You can do this. You have to do it. I want it bad enough. I'm going to go and get it. And to think about where I am right now, like, it's insane. Like, I have an amazing career. I'm working on the most incredible business with my boyfriend that is going to change the industry. I really believe it's going to, and you guys will see once it's launched. It's going to change the industry. I'm working on my own perfume with one of my favorite brands. I'm so happy in my relationship. The only thing that could be better is my health right now. But honestly, guys, like, just to think about where I am, like, I can't believe it. So really what I have to say is just don't give up. Like, it's going to happen. If you have the fire, I call it grit, actually. It's called grit. It means that you're not going to give up no matter what. You have that thing to just, you fall down, you're on the floor, you're at the lowest point of your life, you keep on going. You fall down again, you're at the lowest point of your life, you keep on going, you keep on going, you keep on going. And honestly, I just believe in this so much, and you just have to do it. And I did myself. I'm not saying that I'm in the best position of my life financially, emotionally, whatever, but I'm in a great place, so I'm very lucky. Okay, honestly, there's too many more questions, so I'm going to leave it there. Okay, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this extremely long Q&A. I hope that you guys enjoyed me sharing, like, more of a personal side of the fragrance industry, myself, what I'm working on, how I got here, where I came from. Because honestly, like I said to you guys, if you have the same passion as me, and if you have this drive and this feeling for fragrance and you want to pursue it, do it. I'm even considering becoming a perfumer because of how much I love fragrance. If I go to perfumery school, it means that that's my life, you know. I'm doing it for a few years, every single day, going to the lab, working with everything. It means that this is going to consume my life. Whereas right now, I'm already consumed with fragrance, YouTube, my project, my collaboration. I'm working on everything, but I'm still thinking of possibilities for the future because I have this feeling that I just have to keep on going, you know? So I hope that you guys enjoyed this Q&A, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below. I hope that you enjoyed it because I really wanted to do like a very intimate Q&A where I share a lot about myself and the industry, etc. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.